This is the STRIPSACK DUALCAST. I'm the Hawk.
Oh, yeah. It's FATMAN Day. Happy FATMAN Day. I'm the Fat Man.
Yes, guys, happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody enjoyed that. The Thanksgiving recap, first one, Texans 41, Lions 25. This game started with the Lions turnovers and ended with Watson capitalizing, 4 touchdowns, 318 yards. J.J. Watt with a huge pick six. And that's it. No stat pad for today.
Yeah, I really don't have too much on this game. I seen there was, right in the beginning of the game, it was just like turnover after turnover after turnover. And I was like, this is a dumpster fire. I got food to eat. So I went and smashed some turkey and taters.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I hope that the Lions fans are just calling for Jim Caldwell back, and because Patricia sucks. You go
Well, how much worse could it get? The Lions have been bad for as long as I can remember. It doesn't seem to matter who's there.
Well, Caldwell's had them in winning positions. Like they were the Dallas Cowboys, the last couple of years, 8-8, 97-ish, around the playoffs. Now they've been shit for the last 3 years. This guy needs to go.
Just think, if they were in the NFC East, they'd be fighting for first place.
They would be in first place, I think. All right, moving on. Washington 41, Cowboys 16. This was a great game up until about 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about that later. All I got to say is I'm glad I'm a Seahawks fan.
Yeah, it's got to be painful to be a Cowboys fan. It's been a long drought. Your starting quarterback snaps his leg in half 4 games in, or 5 games in, whatever. It was very early in the season. Zeke does not look like the Zeke that was drafted. That team's starting to fall apart. I would not want to be a Cowboys fan right now. Jerry Jones is getting old and senile. I don't know what the hell he's doing anymore, paying guys that suck too much money. I think it's time he turns the team over.
You could just file your application online at www.iwannabeaseahawksfan.com and just come right over, guys. And that being said, let's get into our Sunday picks. I'm going to let the Fat Man go first.
All right, up first, Dolphins at Jets. I got to take the Dolphins. I have to. I want to take the Jets, but I have to take the Dolphins. I just got to. I know the Jets are going to win eventually.
He wants to take the Jets.
I don't know who my quarterback's going to be.
Tua.
Well, he apparently smacked his thumb off a helmet the other day in practice, and they were saying he jacked up his ankle with the Broncos, so who knows? Is Fitzmagic going to have to come in and rescue him again?
All right. Dolphins at Jets. For me, I'm going to go with the Dolphins, because the Jets suck, yada, 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 yada. Okay, we say that every freaking week because it's true.
Adam Gase.
But if it's Tua, it's a chance for him to tee off on a shitty-ass Jets defense. If it's Fitzmagic, he will tee off on a shitty-ass Jets defense. So I'm taking the Dolphins. Cardinals at Patriots. I'm going to go with the Patriots. I honestly see a close one here in Foxborough, and if the Patriots establish this run game and utilize the time of possession in their favor, I think it's going to be tough for Cardinals to win.
I'm taking the Cardinals. The end. Being a homer. Panthers at Vikings. Taking the Vikings. Should be a pretty easy win for them.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings too. The Vikings are just going to bounce back, and Dalvin Cook is one of 2 running backs that's over 1,000 yards right now, and he's one of my favorites for MVP, that's for sure. Browns at Jags. I'm going to go with the Browns. This isn't the same Browns that we've dealt with in the past. This is a bad team they're going to play against, and I fully expect them to tee off on them.
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns on that one too. Giants at Bengals. With Burrow out, I don't think the Bengals stand a chance. I'm taking the Jets.
The Jets.
Giants. Wrong Giants. New York team.
The New Jersey Jets.
Yeah, I'm taking the New Jersey Jets.
Yeah, we
Giants.
got New York Jets and New Jersey Jets.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. I'm also going to take the Giants. I think the NFC is making a comeback tour here. The NFC East. Chargers at Buffalo. The Chargers are going to get up early, and they're going to start doing Charger things that we see every single week. So, yeah, I'm going to take Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo. They're going to stay in sole possession of the AFC East. Raiders at Falcons. Chucky. Taking my boy John Gruden. Go Raiders. Purple Walrus.
Purple Walrus, Purple Walrus. Linda, go fishing. I'm taking Derek Carr and the Raiders as well. 49ers at Rams. You know, Niners usually play the Rams pretty tough. I want to see them win, you know, so Seattle gets back in first place. But I'm going to pick the Rams and be salty about it.
Yeah, the whole 49ers team's on IR, so I'm taking the Rams too. The Rams have been looking good the last couple of weeks. So
One of the best teams in the NFC.
yeah, and I was sleeping on them a lot of the years, so
Me too.
good for them. Saints at Broncos. I'm taking the Saints. I'm not going to say it. I learned my lesson.
Who loses to the Broncos? There you go. I said it for you. It wouldn't be a strip sack dual cast without that in there. I'm going to take the Saints. It's Tyson Hill's time to shine, baby. Titans at Colts. All right, look, Colts are third in opposing quarterback rating. They're third best against the run. And what are the Titans best at? Efficient quarterback play and running the football. So I'm going to take the Colts in this game, and I think defense is going to prevail.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts. I like Phillip Rivers. Their defense played well last week too. We talked about their defense a little bit last week when we were making our picks as well. So yeah, I like the Colts in this game. I don't think the Titans are going to win. Chiefs at Bucks. I stalled out.
You're
Chiefs
thinking
at
about the
Bucks.
New Jersey Jets again.
No, but it's all the turkey and the tryptophan. It's making me sleepy. The turkey, the taters, the pie. Come on, it's FATMAN Day. You know I went hard.
Yeah, it's not time.
Yeah, it's nappy time, not podcast time. So I'm taking the Chiefs. Look, the Bucks are really starting to cool off. That defense looked bad last week. Yeah, their offense still has a lot of weapons, but they just don't seem to be performing. I think the Chiefs. It'll be a close game, but I think the Chiefs will win.
I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brady is 53-12 after a loss. He's the GOAT. He's fifth in yards. He's fifth in touchdowns or fourth in touchdowns. I'm going Tom Brady in this game. Sunday night game, Packers at Bears. Look, I'm not going to say shit about the Packers, all right? The Bears are ninth worst in passing yards in the league, sixth worst in rating as a team in the league. They're the worst rushing team in the league, the second worst points per game in the league. I'm taking the fucking Packers. There ain't no offense on that side of the ball.
Yeah, we know the Packers struggle against good defenses. The problem is the Bears don't have an offense that can help the defense. Yeah, it's a rivalry game, but I'm taking the Packers. The Bears can't move the ball. Like, a hurricane can't help them move the ball either. That's the sad part. So you don't bet against Aaron Rodgers. I think they're going to win they might win by a lot. Like, they might put up it might be like 38-3 or some shit.
Yeah, I see a blowout too. It's at Lambeau. You know, Matt Nagy needs to figure something out already. Jesus Christ, those stats are horrible. They're competing with the Jets for the worst offense in the league.
And it's crazy because the Bears started out hot. Like, they came out of the gate. They look like one of the better teams. I know I had them in my power rankings the first couple times we did this, and then you want to talk about turning stone cold, you know?
Yep.
Somebody hit them with a stunner.
That's what happens. You get film on you, and they start figuring out your tendencies, and every team's like, this is what we need to do. And then you never adjust, and then you got the Chicago Bears.
The thing is, would they be better if they put Trubisky back in?
I honestly think you will be. And like I've always said this. It's not because I think Trubisky's better than Foles. I just think Trubisky is more of a playmaker than Foles.
They got to do something at that position.
Yes, I agree. One game we didn't cover today because we made the picks. Last video, Ravens at Steelers. I think we both took the Steelers in this, especially with Lamar Jackson being out. That's our next topic. He's out with COVID.
Yeah. Good luck, Baltimore. I'm assuming Baylor Bob's going to be in there, and I said it the other day. You posted on our Facebook group page. Lamar Jackson is just a little bit better Baylor Bob. So now we're gonna get to see what Baylor Bob can get done in there. For those of you that don't know, the term Baylor Bob is how RG3 is referred to. One of our good friends that we used to work with was a Redskins fan. Did not buy the RG3 hype.
Boycotted the whole season,
yeah,
by the way.
Yeah, we used to call him Big Dick.
There's definitely a big dick for that.
Yeah, so I hope you're doing well out there, Big D. RG3 will forever be known as Baylor Bob to me.
You know what, though? In a positive note, at least they got a quarterback with somewhat similar skill set coming in. They don't have to change a whole lot of things going forward. Maybe limit the offense a little bit, but, you're getting a similar type of quarterback, dual threat. It might not be too bad. I just don't see them doing anything against the Steelers.
I don't think they'll have to limit the offense at all. I mean, Baylor Bob's been there a couple of years. He should know the offense by now. I don't think they're going to have to dial it back. I just think Lamar Jackson is a little bit better athlete than Baylor Bob. I think he's a little bit more accurate when he has to throw the ball. I know he's not lighting the world on fire with his passing numbers, but I don't think RG3 can throw the ball well at all. I mean, we've seen it the year he tried to become a pocket passer, and I know that was years ago, but I just don't think much has changed.
Well, Lamar Jackson isn't too bad at throwing the football. I think he's a lot better than RG Stink, okay?
Right.
So, I mean, I definitely think they just kind of hold him back a little bit. Who knows, though? Maybe it's a rejuvenation. Maybe it's a comeback story. Who knows? It's the NFL. Anything can happen.
Well, I think Lamar has a better arm, and I definitely think Lamar has better legs.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Lay it on there. I want to get into this.
Mike McCarthy defends his fake punt on a 4th and 10 with 12 minutes to go, down by 4 points on his own 24-yard line. Go ahead. You go first.
So, I was on McCarthy's side up until this today. There's people calling for his head. I'm like, it's his first year there. He's getting to know everybody. They're getting to know him. It's a different style than what they're used to. He lost the starting quarterback. There's a bunch of injuries on the offensive line, blah, 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 blah. This just proves you're a fucking idiot.
You know what?
Idiot. You're down 4, and it's 4th and 10 on your own 24. You're not fucking mollywopping them. You don't have a fucking star-studded defense. You're a fucking idiot. You and Adam Gase should be best fucking buddies. As a matter of fact, that's the fucking all-star coaching staff right there. Mike McCarthy, head coach. Adam Gase, offensive coordinator. Your defensive coordinator, fucking Matt Patricia. That'd be your fucking perfect 0-16 team every fucking year.
Listen, this is like playing your little brother in Madden. I've seen 9-year-olds with better play calling than this shit. All right? What the hell? It's a jet sweep. Like, if you're going to go for it, his reasoning is he wanted to stand by it. And, there's times to make this call. There's times to make this play. And if you're not going to make the call.
4th and 2, not fucking 4th and 10.
You're letting your special teams try to make the play. All right? If you're going to go for 4th and 10 on your own 24-yard line, down by 4, 12 minutes to go, let the offense try it. This is embarrassing.
There's a reason why those guys don't play offense. There's a reason why it's special teams. You know, you don't have fucking. There's a reason why you don't see fucking DK Metcalf out there in the gunner position, because he's a good fucking player. He's a good receiver. Your guys who are on your fucking special teams are your backups at best. Half of them are probably fucking third string. Mike McCarthy, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and get the fuck out. He's blabbing at his mouth. Oh, I spent the last year fucking doing analytics and blah, 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 blah. Well, analytics should tell you this is as dumb as it fucking gets, dude.
Yeah, analytics, they don't win you games. All right, it's just a compilation of numbers that says you got a percentage to get a first down here, or this amount of yards when you do this. Like, it doesn't say this is how you win the game. Like, you win the game with feel and adaptation. Like, what did you feel when this 4th and 10? Like, what did you feel? Was it the force? Like, what? Like, what the fuck?
The force is with me, and I am one with the force.
This is like the worst call I think I've ever seen.
Obi-Wan couldn't have saved that one, bud.
Jesus.
Like,
I feel so bad for Dallas fans, and I have I have a little bit of love for Dallas. I really do. The old lady's a Cowboys fan. I watch most of their games every single year for years, and so I see this shit.
I don't know. My aunt has been a Dallas Cowboys fan as long as I've been alive. And in the 90s, I actually kind of enjoyed watching the Cowboys because I like to see her get excited watching them and shit. But wow, like, how much worse can it get? Like, and the only place I'm a fan of analytics is the one stat that I believe in where analytics actually makes sense is going for 2 all the time after you score a touchdown. I get it. The extra point is pretty much guaranteed, but I would rather see teams just every time they score a touchdown go for 2. You do that 3 times, you're up a field goal. Yeah, at least, you know what I mean? You're scoring more points than the other team. So I think teams should go. You're fucking 2 yards away. Run a power play. Bring the fullback back. Let me see a fullback
you got
get in
Derrick
there.
Henry. You got Derrick Henry. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. You got Dalvin Cook. It makes a lot of sense. I don't disagree with that.
Put a big old offensive tackle in there at the fucking fullback position and just tell him fucking run at that hole. Hit the first guy in front of you.
Here's what's sad for me. I still think Dallas is going to win this division. And I think that they're going to win the division because they got the easiest path in the next 6 games. All 3 teams have to play Seattle and a couple other, all of them have tough matchups except for the Cowboys. The Cowboys have it a lot easier.
Well, this game against Washington was supposed to be an easy game for them, and we see how that worked out.
I don't really think any of us thought it was going to be easy. I mean, I thought it was going to be close, but I don't know.
I've been hearing Dallas has the fucking weakest schedule for 2 or 3 weeks now.
Well, I mean, it was true. That was from last week on. They've had the weakest schedule in the NFC East, so they should win the division based on that at least.
I still think the Giants are going to win the division.
I think the Giants looked the best until last week. I think the Skins are kind of, from last week to this week. I think not the Skins, so the football team, the no-namers, the Capitals, they're starting to look the best for me,
Well, the only thing that scares me with them is the offense, because when you look at the stats Alex Smith is putting up, they're pretty weak.
Weak, but very efficient.
Well, that's the one thing about Alex Smith. He's always been efficient.
Yeah, they throw a lot to their halfbacks. They got a nice, talented running back crew.
A time is going to come where you have to, the quarterback has to win the game. It happens. And I don't know if he's capable of that. Throughout his whole career, I don't, you look at the body of work with him, and I'm not sure he's capable of it. I'm definitely happy to see him back out there after that nasty injury he had to be back out there and playing. But
Yeah, he kind of looks like the end result of the bicentennial man right now. So
yeah,
like put together and patched up,
oh well,
robotic leg.
he almost lost his leg. They almost had to cut that shit off because of infection. So
Yeah, I think they took some off his face or something because he looks weird to me.
I hope I hope Dak is able to come back next year and look a little better. I know his was the ankle, but it was still brutal. I one of my friends in high school actually had his ankle snapped and twisted around the opposite. His foot was actually pointing the opposite direction, and it was about 2 years of rehab. And 20 years later, he still walks with a limp. So
It's an unfortunate injury. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I know I don't like Dak a whole lot, but I kind of can't wait for him to come back next year.
it's the feel good story, right? You see guys who have nasty injuries come back, like Teddy Bridgewater when his knee got jacked. It was good to see him come back. It's any nasty injury like that, I like to see guys come back. The only one I'm kind of sad that we never got to see come back, and it was probably one of the worst injuries I seen, was when Shazier broke his back. But they didn't think he was going to be able to walk again, let alone play football. So
Yeah.
he's walking.
All right, man. I got nothing.
Yeah, the only thing I got is, hey, make sure when you guys are watching us on the YouTube here, you hit subscribe, you hit like, you talk some shit in the comments, drop a couple lines on there. You head on over to our Facebook page, talk some shit there. We had a little activity on there today. We'd like to see you guys spark up some of the interest, though. We don't just want the Fat Man and the Hawk dropping all the comments all the time. And we also upload this to audio, Google, iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, anywhere you're listening to your podcast at. Feel free to download us, jam us in your ear holes. We're going to make you have an orgasm and come out your mouth. You got anything else there, Hawk?
Yep. Just want to let you guys know this is our 20th episode, and I'm pretty pumped about it. Also, really want to get somebody on, have like a little interview type shit talking thing. We know a lot of people that like football and can run their mouths pretty well, so hopefully we can get one of these on. And comment, like, subscribe. That's all I got. I'm the Hawk.
That's all you. That's all you got. That's all you got.
That's it.
That's it. You sure you done?
Yeah, done.
We want to bash Mike McCarthy some more.
No, I want to save that material for next episode.
All right, guys. Like you said, make sure you get at us if you want to come on. We're more than willing to have you come on, talk to you. Even if you want to do a deep dive into your favorite team, you hear us talk about the Dolphins and the Seahawks all the time, rag on the Cowboys a little bit. Let's get a Giants fan on here, talk a little bit of Giants. Let's get a Eagles fan on here. Let's shit on the Eagles a little bit.
Let's get a Dallas fan. Let's shit on those guys.
Yeah, let's get a Dallas fan. Don't be afraid to reach out. We know a lot of you Pittsburgh Steelers fans out there. And don't be afraid to let your friends know about us. Let's get this thing moving. We're up to 20 episodes, but we're only averaging around 30 views. We want to see that sucker get up to, 1,030,000. So help us out a little bit. Spread the good word, people. All right. Now that's all I got.
All right. I'm the Hawk.
And I'm the Fat Man.
See you.